Is from the tax deed office letting them know, listen, your taxes are delinquent for this year because taxes are due March, in Florida, they're due by March 31st. April 1st, they're considered delinquent. So usually they send out a notice of your tax bill around October and November, and they let you pay it early and you get a discount. So if you do not pay the taxes by March 31st, the county will sell a tax certificate. And what that does is it represents a lien that's on the property. And they're basically asking investors to come in and please chip in some money, buy this lien from us because the owner has not paid the taxes. We need the money for our budget. Because these tax dollars they use for schools, for roads, just to pay. It's part of the county budget. So if they don't get that money, it's a big issue for them. So what they do is they will sell that tax lien to investors. So they ask investors to come forward and buy that tax lien. And in exchange for purchasing the tax lien, you get up to 18% interest on your money. So if the back taxes for that year for that one particular property was $3,000, you get up to 18% of whatever is delinquent. So if they are delinquent, the $3,000, you get up to 18%. So there is an auction for that as well. And in Florida, it's kind of like a reverse auction. Whoever is willing to take the lowest interest rate gets that actual tax certificate. Okay, so that's called tax liens. And after 2 years that you own the certificate, you can ask the county to send it to the sale. So after 2 years, that's when it triggers it that you can actually ask the county to send it to the sale if the owner has not paid the taxes. Once it sells at the auction, you get the money back that you put into it, plus up to 18% interest. So whatever interest that you have in the property. So that's another way. So that's the fifth way. So far we've gone through 5 strategies, right? One is buying the properties before the tax deed auction. The second is buying the properties at the auction. And the third is buying properties that did not sell at the auction. That's called lands available. And that was the one I told you. My very first one, we paid $12,000 and change for it and sold it for $49,000. Then also we have the fourth way, which is overage and surplus. And that is money left over after a property goes to the sale. The owners may not realize it, that they do have an overage, and we will be their advocate to collect it, even go to court if necessary to get the money. So the fifth way is buying tax lien certificates. And those are the ones that, and I like to, when I teach the class, I always tell my students and people that are in my classroom, think of the county as being broke. We're not going to call it Orange County, Seminole County, or Miami-Dade County. Just call it Broke County. So Broke County needs to get their tax money. If they don't get property tax money, they're broke. It's a huge part of their budget. So Broke County reaches out to investors and says, hey, if you want to buy these tax certificates, we'll give you up to 18% because we just really need to get the money into our budget. If the tax certificate is never paid off, then the property can be sold at the auction. So tax certificates represent, as I said earlier, a lien for unpaid real estate taxes. Interest accrues on tax liens until the taxes are paid. So the tax certificate is basically any delinquent taxes on the property and also includes any cost the county might have for putting on the auction, advertising, penalties, fees, stuff like that. Tax certificates are a senior lien. So that means they trump mortgages, HOAs, all of that. So they are superior lien. So they will wipe out. So even if the property is in an HOA, it has a mortgage, they can sell the property for the back taxes and you don't have to pay the HOA, the mortgage for the back, whatever the back dues might be. It's also one of the safest investments and gives a good return. So those are tax certificates. And as I told you earlier, that on April 1st, they're considered delinquent, okay? Which brings us to our sixth way, which I really like, which is buying properties or buying certificates that not just became available in the tax certificate sale, but that have already been sitting there and the county hasn't been able to sell those certificates. Those are called county held certificates. Right now we're in 2020, right? So there are certificates that were probably sold in like between May and June of 2020. But remember, the county is doing this every year. So there could have been certificates from 2019, 2018, 2017 that have not been sold. As long as the certificate is 2 years old, you can send it to the auction. So another strategy is to target certificates that are at least 2 years old. So if we're in 2020 right now, if we target something 2018, you buy that certificate, you can automatically send it to the sale right away. And you're still getting interest from those last 2 years as well. So that's called county held certificates. And those are the ones you get directly from the county themselves. Okay, so like I said, April 1st of the second calendar year from the date of purchase is what triggers it to be able to send to the auction. All right, so that's county held certificates. So that's the 6th way. And then I also have a 7th way, which is to buy the right to collect on a lien or encumbrance, because a lot of these properties coming up for sale have encumbrances on them. And so you can buy the right to collect on those liens and encumbrances as well. So I know we don't have a ton of time. I do want to go over as well with you the opportunities you can have to learn about this and join me in a online training that I'm doing. It's called Tax Deeds at Your Fingertips. It's basically hands-on research right there from your computer. You do a couple of sessions. You do a few sessions. It's meant to last about 2 weeks, but some people can do it in a couple of days. You can go by really fast, or you can take your time and do the homework and follow the modules. But it's individual online modules, and you get to be with me for like 2 live sessions. So on there, we're going to do some research, on your computer, tips and tricks to save you time and money. We also go through the lands available. We go through the various strategies that I talked about today, what to look for on the tax deed files, some mistakes that people make, selling real estate on eBay. I've got plenty of them that I've sold on eBay. I can show you how to do that as well. So we used to do a training that we take people on a bus the second day to go to an actual auction. But since COVID's been going on, we've put a lot of that online. We just started doing that again as a private program. We have the next one coming up in November, but a limited number of people, maybe like 4 people. But we do have the online program going on right now, which is Tax Deeds at Your Fingertips. It's pretty much the same thing as the field trip.
Where do they find that information? Do they go to your website to find out how to sign up for this?
Yeah, they can go to the website or they can call. I'm going to give you my phone number as well, which is 407-279-1241, because the price that I'm offering to you guys today is not offered at all on the website. So I'm going to give you guys a really good price because the Florida Association of Women Lawyers, invited me here to speak. So I want to make sure that you guys get a really, really good price. And we're going to get to what that price is. We're also in the Tax at Your Fingertips. We show you how to do the research at the courthouse, how to do research through the online websites that the counties have, how to do your due diligence, how to run your own title search. And we'll go through some of the tax deed files and figure out what it is that you're looking to do in real estate and try to put you on the path. So we have different paths depending on what it is that you're looking to do. And you get to experience what auction day is like, because one of the last sessions that we do together on a live Zoom video conference like we are now is an actual auction that's going on. So we'll do that as well. So we'll do the auction and an online auction, of course. And we'll review the tax deed files. And also you get to see who some of the bidders are as well. And then once we do have the actual field trips going on again, once we start doing the mass ones where we put people on a bus and taking them to the auction, you will be able to join us on one of those. If you've done the Tax Deeds at Your Fingertips, the online program, you'll get to come, and then we'll put you on as a repeat student, and it's only $39 to come to the live training for the 2 days. You do get a home study course as well, which is worth at least $800. Here it is here, $789. And then the actual Tax Deeds at Your Fingertips is, hold on, I was doing a YouTube video here.